What's up, YouTube? I'm bringing you another Fallout 4 video. That's pretty much what my channel's, more or less based around. I thought I'd bring out some Bethesda games that I have. I'm missing I don't have the Game of the Year edition, I think it was, or Legendary edition of Skyrim. That's the only one I'm missing with all the DLCs. But I thought I'd throw those in the background since I'm talking about Bethesda and Fallout. But I'm bringing you a Fallout 4 once list. I've done one of these like earlier this year or last year, I can't remember. And I thought I'd bring out another one since we know more about the game now and know things that we are getting. I like to answer things that we don't know if we're getting yet or things that we may not get as things that I want. But starting off, the first one will be multiplayer. And I know that's kind of a touchy subject when it comes to something like Fallout because it's a very immersive game. You want to get in the world, you want to pretend like you're really there, and you do it all solo. And that's part of why your character never talked. It seemed like you were doing all the talking for them with the choices and stuff. So I think multiplayer would be, I think it could work in a certain way. And that is like, if you ever played Fable 2, you would know what I'm talking about, where I'm driving at. And that's like your friend can join your world and just walk around and like help you. It doesn't have to be like, MMO style, like Elder Scrolls Online or something like that. And it would be something more along the lines of Destiny, where like your friend just joins you and like helps you with like missions and things like that and quests. And I think it'd be good because it definitely looks like the game is going to be maybe a little more tough this time around. Like, if you look at the enemies look a lot more intimidating. Like, Yaoguais look bigger, and so do Deathclaws, and they look a lot scarier. So, it'd be nice to have, like, a friend with you. If, like, say there's a quest you just cannot beat. And, I think it could work. It doesn't have to be, like, a bunch of people running around the same map as you, like, the same world as you. Just, like, one person join you. I think it could be fun. I would like VATS to be able to target other things. Like, since 3 and New Vegas, it's always been like you can target all their limbs, each leg, each arm, chest, and head, and then like maybe their weapon. And like certain enemies, like rat scorpions, they have their tail, and like robots have different locations on their body. But I think adding in new things, and maybe hitting like the hands specifically, or maybe like I could shoot a guy in the penis, and like he freaking hunches over or something. Like I think it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I think it'd just add more to the game. I want something I want from VATS as well is, and I want like headshots to matter less and like enemies to have specific weaknesses, because it seems like other than like I mentioned before, like rat scorpions, I think their weakness is like their tail. Other than like certain enemies, pretty much everything is you just spam headshots, and I think it'd be cool if enemies had specific weaknesses. Like I think something like Deathclaws, how big they are and like they're very top heavy. Maybe their legs are their weaknesses. Maybe like you do more damage if you shoot their legs. And maybe if you shoot their legs enough, they'll fall to the ground or something because they lose their balance. I think it'd be kind of cool. Yaoguais run on like all fours, so maybe like their front like arms or legs, whatever those are called, maybe that's their weakness because they can't run at you anymore. They have to like stand up on their hind legs or something. That'd be kind of interesting, I think, and it kind of switch up the game. That way you got to fight different enemies in different ways. I would also like more realistic environments. I think that like okay, like think of Megaton. Like the pipes are leaking and you can fix them. I think if like you go into a building and like there's a leaky pipe or something and you walk under it, maybe that should irradiate you. You shouldn't just walk under it and nothing happens. I think that'd be kind of cool, and it would be immersion is the main damn thing when it comes to Fallout games and the Elder Scrolls games too. I think like say you go into like a sandstorm area, like say there's a deserty area on the map, and like you walk through it. I think that the sandstorm should either like residually damage you over time, maybe not like a whole lot because you don't want to like walk through the area and have to be constantly healing, but like just a slight maybe you lose like 1 HP every 5 or 10 seconds, maybe longer than that if that's too much. But I think that'd be kind of cool because that's how it'd be. Like if you're walking through a desert and it's just blowing like sand everywhere, like that's gonna hurt a lot. Or maybe like the sandstorm like damages your equipment over time. If the HP thing is too like bothersome, maybe like you're walking around and it's just slowly, just ever so slightly, the same thing. Maybe just one I don't even know what you'd call it. It's not HP, but whatever. One little tick on your equipment over time, which would be a bitch. But I mean that's kind of the price you pay for having to go through the sandstorm. Maybe in that like desert area, there's like good shit though if you can get to the middle of it or find the locations. Or maybe like irradiated water can fuck up your equipment over time too if you're in it too much or too long. And then like I would like, and for just lastly, this is a quick video, but lastly I would think like I think it'd be cool if damage you've taken on your armor like show like maybe you got like blood, because I don't think you don't bleed in Fallout. the enemies do when you fucking blow their heads off though. But like maybe like there's like blood on your armor from getting shot, or maybe bullet holes in your armor, and then when you repair it, it fixes it or something. I think that'd be kind of cool because I want it to be as realistic as possible. I would like it's just one of those small details like that doesn't you don't need to have bullet holes in your armor or blood on your armor, but if you did, it just seems that much more realistic. But I like doing wants lists and stuff. But let me know what you want from Fallout 4. Maybe it's something that they've already announced that you want something more of, like destructible environments. I think it'd be cool if we already know from one of the reveals, one of the trailers that you can you can mess with the environment to a small degree because it shows like I think he throws a grenade or something and like it blows up and shit goes flying off the wall. I would like maybe more destructible environments. I want to like blow up like pillars, like columns. Like stone pillars or columns off of like buildings and shit, just blow right through them. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you would want from Fallout 4.